And good afternoon, YouTube. Warp103 here, bringing you another video. This time here, we're doing a video on, we got to do some stuff.
I'm gonna have to rain down a godly fucking firestorm on you.
Let me turn it around. This is my wife's beautiful car. Don't mind the donut. I literally just had to replace, got the replacement in the truck, but she's at the shop right now, so I'll have to do that when she gets back. So this is her beautiful Pontiac and everything else of that. I'm going to show you around it. As you can see, nice beautiful car. Everything else like that. No dents, no dings, just a beautiful looking car. So we're going to give you an interior shot. All right, inside, as you can see, don't mind the stuff in the seat, her hair and that, so that pretty gosh darn, as you can see, clean and everything else like that, you know. Got the floor mats down and everything else of that. But there's a problem. Inside, outside of the car looks great. Again, don't mind the spirit. Donut, she put a hole in the tire. Now, in the inside, well, engine. Great engine. Don't mind this right here because I was doing some stuff and everything else of that. So I had to change out, I had already told you before, I had to change out the water pump. Okay, so right over here, I also just figured I had to change out the radiator. So when you get down inside, then you see this. A rusty mess, and this is with me already going down here and cleaning some of the stuff out. You can already see I gotta redo that and everything else. That just a rusty mess. Now I treated it and everything else that with some etch stuff. I still have to put the pour on it and everything else that. But today what we're showing you is, since you see that right there, that gap right there, that has to be filled in. So what you have to do is make a gasket, make a template for thing. Now you can see right here, I roughed in the template. You can see it matches clearly and everything else that right there. Let's put that into place. So that's me roughing in, roughing in the template for me, so I can weld in a spot right there of plate. And then you can see another hole right there, and I also have a template made for that. Now normally what you do is you just put down, again I'm using white piece of paper, you get your marker, and you trace down, I've already done this and everything else there, and you trace out your template. You can see, I'm gonna take it out right now. You can see the mark where I've already marked out and everything else that. So that's what you have to do to make a template and get everything ready. Okay, all right, so we're back. So once you have that done, you have your template played out and everything else like that, then you got to get some steel. Now you can see in this, I'm using cold roll steel instead of the hot roll. You can tell the difference. One is scaly as hell and everything else like that, and one's not. So you use the template that you have right here, you lay it down here, and you trace it out. Now you trace it out slightly bigger than what you need. Simple fact is, and then I have a lip here that I have to fold in to make that lip that we have. All right, so we're back. So once you have that done, you have steel. Now you can do this a couple of different ways. I'm using a pair of shears. Now all I'm going to do is cut out the rough outline and everything else of that. And the reason why I'm cutting out the outline like this is because, well, I have a pair of grinders, but they are the air type, and it takes a lot of CFMs to use. So I'd rather do most of the work by cutting it out like this, using a pair of shears, to get to where at least I need to, and everything else like that. Okay, now you want to cut in. Now I'm cutting it close together and so like that, where both pieces are, so I don't have to, you know, cut out two pieces of steel. And again, you're simply going to sit there and get all the excess off that you can and everything else of that. And that's what you really want to do. You want to sit there and cut, get the excess out of here. And then have to get to a certain point so that you can get it close to where you need it to be. Then you can use a grinder and everything else like that to get it exactly where you need it. Now, if your car doesn't have rust, which I really don't really like rust, because it's hella terrible. That's a great thing. Again, you can cut out the steel as best you can. Now you can use different methods to cut out the steel, whatever you have to get the steel out. It's great, it's fine. I'm using, like I said, I'm using shears. Oops. Now this must be much easier if you use a grinder and everything else like that, because you can grind out your welds. Or if you have a plasma cutter, well, you're really golden. But sometimes just like that, you have to go old school and cut it out just like this. Again, you get to a spot when you need to. Now, since I have extra piece I don't need and everything else, I can just do it like that. So, one part cut out, everything else left. Now, again, I'm gonna fine tune it with, you know, the thing. But for right now, I just want to cut out as much of the excess as I can, and just see if it actually is going to fit to what I need. Now, okay. Now you see right here. Now, right here is a ledge that I'm going to have to cut, to bend. Now, if you have a bender, you stick it inside of it, you pull the handle, and you fold it back. I don't have that, so therefore I have to do it the hard way. All right. So you see we're back, same stick, everything else let it. Now I have a curve. I'm gonna line it up to the curve where I think it needs to be at. I'm gonna mark it on this side. Just scratching it on one side. I already know where it is on the other side. Actually, let's get something a little bit. Now we're still going to set it on the curve, but I want the piece to be a little bit harder. So, use this right here. I already marked it on one side. I already know where it is on the other. You set it down, you hold it, and you and boom. As you can see, right on the mark where it needs to be at and everything else of that. Again, if you need to bend it in just a bit more, once you already have it at where you need to be, you just do like this. And you're done. Okay. So, let's go back to the vehicle. Over. Now, we got a rough shape roughed in. Let's see if we can move you over just a bit. You want to shit your... Guys like that really fuck up my day. That was an SUV. That sounds that goddamn horrible. Wow. Anyway, back to what we're doing. Okay. So you have your piece fitted right here. You set it into place. Let's slide her in. Now, as you can see, my fit is, well, damn near perfect on one side. Now the other side, you're like, okay, well, it looks a little bit long. It looks like you have a little bit piece hanging over. Okay. For that part right there, you break out your Sharpie and you mark it again. So you'll know where your pieces needs to be at. Now, take her out. Now that's the mark that I have again. But note, I have to actually get this bent up as well. So we're gonna do a little bit of camera here. Set your back down over here. Just get your back in place. And again, same piece. We're gonna cut it right here, right where the bend is, or right where the bend needs to be at. All right, now we got a cut mark inside here. We're going to use our hammer again. See it? We're going to straighten this piece out. Then we're going to turn this over. Now again, we already know where the mark is on this side. We're going to, yeah, do the same thing we've already done. Now we have it shaped like this. Again, this little corner spot right there, we're just going to cut that little piece off. And we're going to retry to fit our piece. So let's put you back over on this side here. Put it back in place and see if she has the fit that we need. Looks pretty good. Looks like I need to take a little section off the side right there. So we need to nip off just a little bit to make that fit just a bit better. Right here, it's not fitting as well as I would like. So I'm going to cut right here to the corner. Okay, and then we're going to bend this over more so I can catch the other piece. Okay, we made the bend more, and now let's see if she fits where I need to go. And boom. Now she fits in there exactly where I needed to be at and everything else of that. Let's turn it this a little bit. Now you can see that piece real well. Let's see if I... Well, that's all we have time for today. This is Warp 23. We'll have fun and catch you on the next